Welcome to Mariners Fan Central.
Greetings, M's fans. What's up, passionate Mariners supporters? Before we dive deep into today's analysis, a quick but crucial request. If you're like me, someone who lives and breathes Seattle Mariners and wants to always be ahead with the latest news, detailed analysis, and of course, an exclusive look at what's happening behind the scenes, do yourself a favor and subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to ensure you don't miss any play, any update. The passion that unites us is the fuel, and quality information is our most important play. Subscribe, and let's do this together. Now, let's get to what matters. The night Cal Raleigh tied a Hall of Famer's record was not just a victory. It was a cry of relief, a validation, and a moment that could redefine the course of the season, not just for him, but for the entire team. The scene was set, Mariners trailing 2-0, bases loaded. The pressure, as always, fell on Raleigh's shoulders. And why is the pressure so great? Because he is in fact Big Dumper, the improbable hero who has the ability to change the game with a single swing. But let's be honest, Raleigh's recent narrative hadn't been that of a superhero. Since the beginning of July, his batting average was below 200, a pace that frustrated him and us. The home run pace, which at the start of the season seemed otherworldly, had slowed considerably. It was a period of stagnation. And in a sport where momentum is everything, inertia can be as damaging as an error on the field. The M's faithful, who once chanted MVP for him, were starting to wonder if the pace from the first half of the season was sustainable. The home run against the Astros was more than just 3 runs. It was an explosion of hope. It was Raleigh's 43rd home run of the season, an impressive number in itself. But what really makes the news is the context. 35 of those home runs were hit while he was playing catcher, not as a designated hitter. This number places him alongside a sports legend, Ivan "Pudge" Rodriguez, who achieved the same feat in 1999, the year he was named American League MVP. This mark is not just a number, it's a testament to Raleigh's athletic ability, his resilience, and most importantly, the impact of a modern catcher. In today's baseball, the catcher position requires more than just calling the mound and blocking pitches. It's a position that demands offense, and Cal Raleigh has been the personification of that. While the team's defense has been the foundation, with Luis Castillo, Logan Gilbert, and George Kirby dominating on the mound, the offense has often been the missing piece. The inconsistency of some hitters, Julio Rodriguez's mid-season injury, and now Raleigh's resurgence, it all fits together. The fact that he has reached this historic milestone and still has a real chance to break Salvador Perez's record of 48 home runs for a catcher in a single season and even reach 50 is a story worthy of a movie. The timing couldn't be better. The Mariners are in a tight race for the postseason, and every victory is crucial. A win like this, decided by a player who was in a slump, injects a dose of morale and confidence that can be the differentiator for the rest of the season. The home run was not just a swing, it was a reminder to all of us, and especially to Raleigh, of who he is and what he is capable of. It's the kind of play that changes the tide, that makes players believe that the impossible is possible. The team's management, the front office, and the coaching staff have shown unwavering confidence in Raleigh, even during his slump. And now, with his turning point, that faith is justified. It's an example of how patience and belief in a player's talent can bear fruit at a critical moment. I always prioritize in-depth analysis, and what I see here is not just an isolated home run. I see the seed of a rebirth. Raleigh's season, which seemed to be fading, now has new life. Now, what does this mean for the team? It means the offense now has a consistent and dangerous threat at the bottom of the lineup. A threat that can force opposing pitchers to change their strategies and open up more opportunities for other hitters. The big question now is, will this swing, this historic home run, be the catalyst Raleigh needed to break out of his slump and return to being the dominant hitter we saw in the first half of the season? I believe so. Baseball is a game of momentum, and the psychological impact of a moment like this cannot be underestimated. For a player who was struggling to find his rhythm, a performance like this can be the spark that ignites the flame. And for us, the Mariners faithful, it's proof that our big dumper is not just hitting home runs. He is writing his name in baseball history. The city of Seattle, with its passion for baseball and its maritime tradition, has in Raleigh a new icon. An icon who, like the waters of Puget Sound, can be calm and turbulent, but always strong and resilient. The work of the coaching staff and the front office was fundamental in this process. Instead of panicking or making drastic changes, they maintained confidence in their player. This stability is what allows an athlete to develop, even in the midst of adversity. The analysis I always bring you here is that of an observer who is privy to the details, and the M strategy of keeping Raleigh at the catcher position, allowing him to continue to evolve offensively, shows a long-term vision. It's not just about the current season, but about the future of the team. And this future with Cal Raleigh on the front line seems very promising. The impact of this home run goes far beyond a simple statistic. It's a reminder of the potential that the Mariners possess. For the M's faithful, who follow every step of the team with unparalleled passion, Cal Raleigh's performance is a mirror of our own emotions. We live every swing, every strikeout, and celebrate every home run as if it were our own. The narrative of a hero who, after a period of difficulty, returns to the top with a historic feat is the kind of story that connects us to the team even more deeply. This moment is not just about Raleigh, it's about the resilience of the Mariners as a whole. The team has faced injuries, offensive inconsistencies, and the pressure of a tight postseason race. And now, with the comeback of one of their most important players, there is a renewed sense of purpose and hope. It's the kind of energy that can propel the team to the next level. The decision to keep Raleigh at the catcher position, allowing him to achieve this record, is a strategic move by the front office. They understand that a player's development is a continuous process and that trust is a key component for success. The team's approach of giving their talent space to mature, even amidst difficulties, is something that sets the Mariners apart. The question now is how the team will capitalize on this moment. With morale high and one of their key players back in form, the team needs to maintain this energy. The postseason race will be a battle until the end, and every victory will be a crucial step. Raleigh's home run can be seen as a symbolic landmark, the turning point the M's needed for a final push. For an analyst like me who values depth and strategy, Cal Raleigh's story is a fascinating case study. It's an example of how baseball, even with all its statistics and numbers, is at its core a game of emotions and personal stories. Raleigh's journey from a prospect to a hero, and from a hero to a period of struggle, to finally reassert himself with a historic home run, is proof that greatness is not achieved in a linear fashion. His ability to handle pressure, scrutiny, and his own expectations is something that deserves to be highlighted. It's the kind of mindset that separates good players from great ones. And I believe Raleigh has the potential to be one of the great names in Mariners history. The home run that tied Pudge Rodriguez's record was not just an isolated event, it was the culmination of a process, a reward for his persistence and the unwavering support of the team and fans. The analysis I present to you here is an inside look at what this moment means for the franchise. It's a look to the future, to what this resurgence can mean for the championship race. The Mariners management has shown remarkable tactical intelligence, and the way they managed Raleigh's situation is an example of that. They didn't rush to take him out of the lineup or change his position, which would have been a panic reaction. Instead, they allowed him to work through his difficulties, knowing that his talent and his ability to produce were undeniable. And now, they are reaping the rewards of that patience. For the M's faithful, Raleigh's home run is a reminder that baseball is a game of hope. Even when everything seems lost, a single swing can change everything. And it's this hope that moves us, that makes us believe that the season can end with something truly special. Raleigh's legacy is already being written, and this newly added chapter is one of the most exciting. The city of Seattle has a long history with baseball, and the passion that surrounds it is unparalleled. The team, the M's, are more than just a baseball team. They are a part of the city's identity. And having a player like Raleigh, who personifies resilience and the fighting spirit, is something that fans value immensely. It's a connection that goes beyond statistics and records. It's a heart connection. To conclude, the big question that remains is, what do you, the fans, think of the team's latest movements and strategies? Was the confidence in keeping Raleigh in the lineup the right decision? Do you believe this home run is the catalyst for a turnaround in his and the team's season? Our community of Mariners faithful is the most informed and passionate, and your opinion is crucial to our coverage. Please like the video, leave your comments below with your analyses and thoughts. And if you haven't done so yet, subscribe to the channel to continue receiving the most complete, serious, and passionate coverage about the Seattle Mariners. Let's continue to follow every step of our team together. Until next time, and go Mariners.